Generic greetings and welcome to Nova Roma. Today's beverage is a quite thematic red wine, or mead I guess would also be appropriate for this Roman themed city builder. It's not, it's just a standard grape soda, nicely chilled however. Either way, welcome to Nova Roma. As I said, this is a Roman themed city builder by the developers of Kingdoms and Castles, a game which I've got a lot of time for and indeed have put a lot of time into and featured it several times on the channel. But this game builds upon its predecessor with things like terrain manipulation and height mapping. You've also got water physics and the ability to change things like flow rates and the path of the water course by aqueducts and dams. You've got gods you need to appease, otherwise calamity, hilarity and events will ensue, and there's modular buildings, that sort of thing. So there's a lot to like on this one, and I have played and displayed it in the past in its demo slash sort of beta form, but we're going to play through again and see what this build has to offer. Just fair warning, I'm playing this a couple of days before release, but I'll put links in the description as always, and this is early access, so although it is representative of what's available, I believe there might be the odd bug here and there. With that set aside, let's go to new, and well, we'll play through the first couple of seasons most likely, although I'm not really too concerned about the destination as long as the journey is interesting, although I hope it just doesn't end up like what we're seeing in the background there, because it says Rome has fallen into corruption, decay and chaos, self-inflicted mortal wounds. You set off on your own. You are a brave band of freed persons, escaped slaves and disgruntled citizens. You must build a new city, make it large and prosperous. The old Roman Empire will be jealous. If it attacks in its final breaths, you must defend yourselves. It's up to you to build New Rome. Okay, so yeah, one of the things you can experience is well, raiding. Anyway, you've got two modes to pick from. You've got standard and creative. Obviously, we're going to go with the standard one. So choose from a variety of modes and random maps and grow the city from a small fort to a bustling metropolis. That will be the envy of the world, or spawn everything. I'm just going to go with standard. This is what it has given us, and the idea is that you want to settle in an area that has got good access to wood, to fertile land, and also stone. So this one is not terrible. You can see it's got all of this water flowing from the top of this mountain and then flowing down. And you may be able to see that it's like nice green and fertile around the watercourse, but elsewhere where it's more dry and barren, it's like not as fertile land, so you can't sort of grow on it. So this actually isn't too bad because you've got trees here and some iron, some stone and stone there. So it's not terrible, this location, but I am going to randomize it again. So we're going to go generate there and we'll see what this has. Oh, good grief. It's put all of the stone in a big row. I don't like that. That feels like it's just something's gone wrong on the random generation there. And oh, interesting. It's actually given us an island. Now you can change the size from small, medium to large, and then the type is either land or an island. I am going to change it to land because getting between the two is almost certainly possible. Why otherwise why would they put two of them in? So but it'll be via boat, and that's just an extra layer of complexity I just don't need at this stage. But let's continue on. You've got more stone and iron here, but like I say, you want to start in an area that's got all three basically. You want where you've got ideally wood, so there's lots of wood here. You've got fish, which is also good. You can also grow stuff around there, but there's no access to stone unless you go all the way around the back. No, we're going to go with another generate and see what this one has to offer. Oh, good grief, we've got all the stone up here. I don't want to start on the top of the mountain. That's probably not going to go too well. This one isn't bad, although it's sort of having a bit of a problem with the water generation there. You can see there's three locations where water is flowing. Over here we have some trees, we have a big sort of basin of water, we've got marble. The marble being in the water is something I don't like, so we'll give it another roll of the dice. And well, what's this one like? Yeah, when the water goes over these deposits, then basically it'll stop you building and indeed producing over there. So I'm gonna give a couple more rolls. Ideally I want a big water course, because one of the things you can get in the game is like flooding, and quite frankly it's just interesting to see what happens when the water does go up. And this is, I think, the one I'm gonna go with. Okay, so we've got a big stone deposit, a small stone deposit, we've got some marble and some iron, and we've got some trees around here and probably some good areas around this location to grow. Yeah, I think that is what we're going to go with. We can also settle closer to the edge of the map if we were so inclined, because then you get access to fish. Although on this map, it appears that the only place for stone is right in the middle, so that does. Yeah, that does limit us. But you know what? I think we are going to go with that. So, difficulty, you've got peaceful, easy, normal, hard, and survival, the latter of which is not available in in this build. We are going to go with normal. Grow your city into exciting and dynamic world, in an exciting and dynamic world, should I say, contending with a good mix of challenges. Gods are fair in their demands and will punish you for disappointing them. Invaders seek to conquer your land and will try hard to do so. Customized settings, you can see you've got Wrath of the Gods, food consumption, merchant visitation frequency, all of this stuff. Everything is on medium or default, but we do have unlimited mineable resources, so that'll be fine. And the name of this city is going to be maybe Generipolis, and we'll accept. So, build an outpost. It is helpful to place it near fertile ground, trees, stone, and downstream from a river. So, ideally, on the edge here would be perfect, because that will allow us to get the fish. Otherwise, we want to go where there's stone. So the stone here, this is all fertile land. The sticking point is the stone. Luckily, this is quite a big lump of stone. There's ones around it there as well. So you can see we have to place our outpost. So we can place it pretty much wherever we want, but I'm going to go with maybe here, and we'll have maybe growing around this area. We'll clear this forest. I think, yeah, that should suffice. And there we go. So, we can see at the top we've got some, let me just pause it for a moment, some stats. We got things like, is that grapes? Yes, you've got grapes, you've got food, you've got, grapes, you've got apples, fish, and wheat. We've got also things you can't eat. Well, I guess you can, but maybe only once, which is wood, stone, and then coal. Actually, is that coal or charcoal? It's charcoal. You've got overall happiness rating. So we're currently on 98. We also have health, which is just fair because, well, we've just started, you understand. Building integrity. And we've got all of our seasons, which is spring, summer, autumn, winter. And naturally, that'll change the growing time and things like that. So your city's been established. Your citizens are excited to work. So select a governor. Must reach 50 citizens. And yes, we need to basically get a place for people to live. So let's do just that. We're going to go to road, and then we'll build a road all the way around the outside. And no, I won't, because I've already run out of stuff. Right, let's go to chop trees, and then we're going to say chop all the way around here, because naturally we want to clear this thing out. So something like that. And like I say, I think I'm going to sort of grow stuff around here. Oh, okay, one of the things I often turn off is clouds, because it can be a little bit annoying for people. Let me see if I can do that in here, in graphics. Yes, I can turn off show clouds. There we go. If that's something that's a problem or you prefer on, just let me know. But it just puts loads of shadows all over, and although it does look pretty, it can get in the way a little bit. But let me know in the comments. So we'll chop away at these trees, and we'll gather what we can. Like I say, I'm just building the road around here. We have religion, we have hovels, so houses up to 5 residents, including a head of a household. Fetch food and charcoal for the home yields low amount of tax revenue, so we have to worry about that. So I'm going to build 4 homes like so, and then the road will go up and down. So it does share a lot of crossover from kingdoms and castles from its predecessor, and you know, it like I say, same sort of DNA. Excuse me. We will have to contend with things like invaders and outbreaks of bad health. I think plague, probably. Yeah, we also obviously have to gather food. We've got different seasons, so you won't be growing things over winter. Speaking of that, you can see we have farmers. Produces wheat depending on soil fertility. Wheat not stored by winter time is lost. So, let's see. I'm going to place it probably around here. This is medium soil fertility, but this one here is much better. But certain things like orchards want to be probably around that area, so I'm going to place these in like so. Now, I don't know if you need to do this, but this is again a holdover from Kingdoms and Castles. I always do that, a 3x3, because you end up having basically like windmills and stuff in the center, and that was I don't know if that's in this game, but that's what I that's what I ended up doing. It's a group of immigrants set sail and are heading our way. Let's have a quick look at that one. And oh yeah, you can see the boat. It is coming over to us, right? So hopefully they'll dock up and be all right. Let's go back over to road. I'm going to build a road like so. In fact, what I'm going to do is build a road to there, because eventually then we'll probably bridge across. That's probably what we'll do. You can see we've got a lack of water here, and I don't have access yet to water. 5 visited, only 3 decide to stay. Our citizens could be happier. Yes, they can. It says, yes, our citizens fear the gods, grow jealous, dedicate a temple to a new god. So we'll say religion and a small temple, which requires, again, more wood. So I'm going to go with chop and then cut all of that wood down, cut all of this wood down, and then over here as well. Most of this will already be set, but we'll set them to crack on with that one, and then we'll build a new temple. And I think we can now. Yes, we can. So where am I going to place it? Well, I know there's a god of fertility and harvest, so we're going to put one there, and hopefully that will help out growing. These guys are saying they don't have water, so when you click on a location, it shows you the type of people, or who is actually in there. I say type, we're not judging. We try not to judge. We've got the residents of the property, we've got their health and happiness, and also basically what they've got. So they've got wheat, but they haven't got grapes or fish, even though they would like access to that, and they haven't got water. It needs water from a well or a water tower. So yes, we'll have to sort that out. Let me build a road up to here, because we'll be gathering stone. And we've got up to, what's this now, a well? Yes, there you go. And once again, insufficient resources. However, we now have something we can check on. So we have our pantheon here. You've built your first temple. It's only right you begin to consult us. Now, whom among us will you dedicate this to? So we've got a couple of gods that are not available. However, we have the god of war, which is Mars. Temples of Mars can prove damage of defensive towers in a radius around the temple, but if Mars becomes displeased, the same area will be subject to low morale. We have the goddess of agriculture and fertility, that is Ceres. So improve agriculture harvests in a radius around. However, if they were displeased, it's subject to crop failures. We've got Jupiter. This is God of Thunder, King of the Gods. Temples of Jupiter can improve citizen happiness in a radius around the temple, and we'll get lightning strikes if they're displeased. We've got Cornhead, otherwise known as Vulcan, God of Fire and the Forge, and the Temples of Vulcan can improve industrial production in a radius. However, it's displeased. Yes, fires. And then finally, Neptune, God of the Sea. Temples of Neptune can improve fishing yields in a radius. Displeased, we'll get floods and angry seas. So we're going to go with Ceres, the god of agriculture and fertility, and we will dedicate that to them. So welcome, my child. Here's a token of my care to favour. Okay. Please mind my divine tasks. Let's make this relationship a favourable one. You can have up to 5 farms. This is divine task, and if you complete that, which we do, we gain some more favour, so that's all good. And you've also got favour of the gods. Spend your favour here to permanently increase the +1 output of the 3 nearest farms, and we will unlock that, because why would we not? We might as well, and then we'll leave. So we now have access to divine tasks, which is make sure we have 2 temples. So it's almost like a tutorial in a sense, so it's a nice way of doing it. Our technology tree. So, whoa, that's sorry, I got a bit of a surprise there, because when I last played this, a lot of this was hidden behind. It was hidden behind basically the tutorial and a demo. So yeah, things like theaters. What's all this? Undertakers, fire engines, a large insular, olive trees. A lot of this is new. I think there was docks. I'm not too sure. Marble quarries, yes. So anything that's empty like this is almost certainly early access stuff. But we've got 4 favour. You can get things like apartments. You've got granaries, tax office. I'm going to go with apartments. We'll unlock that straight away, and also a food counter. And actually, truth be told, I think we're going to go straight away with the granary as well. So that is fine, and you can see we've got now a small insular. That's good. We've got forum tiles, we've got shops. I'm going to go with I think the main one is a well. We do need a well. Also, I would very much like to go for, actually, is it in technology? It is a forester. Ah yes, sadly I've run out of favour, so I need a forester. I'll get on with that one. We have 18 citizens and we have 20 beds available, so we shall see how we get on with that. I do want to, as I said, build a well. The well will provide water to our citizens, so I'm going to place one in... How am I going to do this? I'm going to place one in there, and I'm going to place one in there, because I'm then going to put in apartments across here and then down there, but also a temple as well. So there you go. Now citizens are happy because there's a well. That adds another thing as well. Well, yeah, well, I'm so alone. So yeah, what that adds is the ability to put out fires, so they can gather water from the well and yeah, sort that out. Let's see. We're gonna go for a small apartment, small insular. It's apartments. Immigrants have set sail and are heading our way. 5 visited, only 2 decided to stay because our city is actually full. Okay, that is fine. Let's go for... Well, we need more wood, so they're going to chop down the wood. Another insular would be fine. We're on 13 wood or 15 required. We also need some stone, so I need to be a bit careful on this one. And you want to make sure that there is basically roads connecting these things, so that should be fine. Roads are going to go along like so and then across, but I just don't have the wood for it. Select governor must reach 50 citizens. I don't know if that's new to this build of the game. I think it might be. But we'll have another further look around. So we've got stone deposits here. We've got more stone. There's a couple up the hill as well. As you see, the stone deposits there. There's stone around here as well. And you can go for break up stone and cut down trees. So, you know, you can say pick up stone, pick up stone. So you don't need the ability to mine stone from this huge monolithic block. You can just get it from the ground and pick stuff up. That is possible. You've also got marble over there. I think you need that for like aqueducts and coliseums, or bathhouses is one as well. Bathhouses. What else do we need to cover? Money. Yeah, money is in the game. Generic units of currency used to you collect that from taxes, and then you can spend that on things. You've also got a job list, which, truth be told, is one of the slickest I've used in the game. Like it's very, very simple, but just seems to work. So you can alter the overall. You can first start toggle the jobs. So you can say stockpile workers on or off. So you can toggle them in general. You can also set the amount of maximum jobs. So for example, clear land workers got 7 working of 9, but you can change it, actually just change it to 6, and then it'll go down. But we'll put that back up to 9 there. That's like the maximum available. Or you can just alter the priority. So with those 3 simple options, you can pretty much do what you need to. So again, quite simple, but very, very effective. Back over to roads, and then we'll place this road along like so. And I don't think that got all the way, but that should be fine. We're currently in the fall crop harvest, so we're going to be harvesting from here, and this is going to be the grain, and I'm hoping I'm going to have enough. I would like to try and do some fishing, but you can see fishing. There's fish all the way here. That's going to be a bit of travel. The next one would be all the way up here. Basically, we're not going to do fishing. Fishing's not a thing for our guys. It's not anywhere around there. Okay, we'll have to sort that out. Back over to gather, and then I'm going to say gather all those trees, please, and thank you. And maybe some more over here. You can see it's very, very autumnal now. It's gone all to, well, all of the deciduous trees have gone to sort of brown and oranges and lovely amber colours. We have our harvest coming in as well, which is good. Oh, and we've also now got some start of snowfall. So, yeah. Roads are now built, which is good. I'm going to go with religion. And, nope, once again, I need some more stone. So let's just go to time controls, and we'll speed this up and get to, oh, there we go. We actually have the right amount. We're going to go to religion and small temple, and this temple is going to be placed in, I'm going to place it in, where shall I place it? It doesn't actually really matter, truth be told. I think there would be okay, because I can put something in between here, then I can put another apartment, and that'll give us another divine task, which it gives us then access to. Well, it gives us three favor, and then I think for that we'll go with apples. I think apples would be good. We could have forester. Actually, no, forester. We will run forester first. That should be all right. I'm just going to double check as well. Actually, in technology, do we have got grapes? We've got wineries. We've got salt evaporation pool. Takes seawater and evaporates under the sun to produce salt. Okay. That might allow us to, like, salt products to store them longer. It's a way of, it's off the fishing hut tree, so it's food preservation, I guess. Yeah, apple trees, resistant to drought, and also they can't be flooded by heavy rain, so you want to place them around the watercourses, because if it gets flooded, it doesn't care. Swine herd and butchers, wineries. So actually, I don't think I need that gap in the middle, because I'm thinking windmills, but no, I don't think we're gonna get that. Looks like the temple is building up, which is all good. In the middle here, I'm actually going to put some more apartments. I'm going to go one there, and then I'm going to put another one in there. And then the temple, not fully staffed, reprioritize workers. Yeah, so because I've built these, they're now cracking on with that one. Let's complete that. So make sure you have 1 granaries. Okay, I'll get on that later on. Yeah, I'm going to go with a forester, so we'll unlock that. And the forester, well, you can see where they're going to... Well, the forester will plant and harvest trees, I believe. Chops down and replants trees that have reached maturity within its radius, produces more wood. The denser the forest cannot be too close to other foresters. So I'm going to place a forester there, and I'm going to place a forester probably over here as well. We need to consult the gods, so there we go. And it's almost certainly going to be Jupiter. Improve citizen happiness in a radius around the temple. So we will dedicate that to them. So as expected, I'll grant you 2 favour for this temple. I have more divine tasks for you to accomplish for more of my favour. Do not disappoint me. And we can increase the happiness, 3 happiness in 5-tile radius. We'll unlock that. I like the fact that we've got the option to do things like that. Having the options is all good. But I don't understand why for 1 favour you would never... I think you would just always put that on. Like I say, you have the choice, but it also feels like why would you not? Charcoal maker is probably one of the things we may have to prioritise. Put a road in there just for completeness. Yeah, charcoal maker because it's cold. So if we go for these guys here, we can see that overall happiness is 58 because they only have access to... bread, but they don't have access to grapes or apples, which is fruit and meat. So we want to go for apples, really, don't we? So we want apple trees, which is 5 favour. So we need to go for have at least 1 granary. We'll get 4 favour. That'll do us nicely. Our growth to 30 citizens, which is where are we up to now? We're on to 26. So yeah, I'm fairly confident we'll be okay there. We have this bit of a gap at the end, and you can place in hovels if I want to, or shops. Build shops inside the ground floor of an apartment building. Oh, all right, yes, so I don't need to place it there. Okay, so I'll just leave these little gaps. Let's go back to the granary that I mentioned. So granary, it says stores food and, well, stores food. I think I'm going to place it in... I'll place it there, I think. Don't know if that's a... bad place or not. We're also going to build a bridge across here. No, we're not. Not for 25 wood, we're not. Okay. I say I think the... Yeah. Oh, terrible drought is upon us. May the gods have mercy. Oh. Well, that's suboptimal. Let's go with apple trees. And you can see now, because of this, all the water is now receding. Up here, you can actually see where the riverbed was, because there's no... foliage. It is still green, like fertile land. Actually says fresh water there, but there's no like grass and such, so all of this is now gone. You can see this is totally receded now. Crossing the river there. And well, we've got 24. There's apple trees. Oh, apple trees I can build like that if I wanted to. 28 that would be to build it across there. We also have complete for another 4. Make an offering of 18 wheat for another 4. Might as well. And then there's another offering as well, but we'll leave that for now. So we will have this large granary, there's stone quarry, there's tax office. I'll go with tax office. Fire brigade, small theatre. I think I'm going to go with charcoal. I don't want to get ahead too far because the game might then start to go, well, actually, Actually, I think you'll find that you now start to you're gonna build. You're gonna have to do more now. This is a tax office, and it does state that it's a tax office. Certainly not in the entertainment tab. Where is it? Tax office allows you to tax citizens living within the radius. Okay, so we'll place it there. Does it actually decrease? If 2 tax offices overlap, the citizens will only be taxed once to the highest rate. Fair enough. So we'll place it there. So we'll start to tax citizens. Oh, good grief! That's looks like a bit of a heat wave, actually, doesn't it? Looks like a bit of a heat wave. It is in summer, midday as well. Okay, let's go with apple trees. The earlier you plant apple trees, the better. Because high soil fertility. I'm out. Yeah, the earlier you plant them, the better, because it takes 2 seasons to grow, so you really want to plant them early as best you can. Our citizens fear the gods grow jealous. Dedicate a temple to a new god. I mean, okay. No workers there. What other god could we dedicate it to? There was one of fishing, which we're not going to be doing. There was one of war, which we could, but there's no point at this stage. There was another one of industry, I believe, so we'll probably do that, and I think I'm going to make it more industrial over here. Because, frankly, if I go with roads, I'm going to probably build this along here, and this will all be mined out, essentially, so I'm leaving a gap so we can place all of the miners around this big stone block, and then I'm going to place, let's say, the industry up there. So that's the rough goal anyway. That's the rough goal. How are we doing for foresters? There are, yes, foresters, but not fully staffed. So I will reprioritize the workers. So it is foresters I'm going to bring up to there maybe. I just want foresters because wood is certainly the resource of choice from the very early part of the game. Let's go for, well, I think throughout the game you're going to have a lot of it, but yeah, let me go with, I'm just going to mine, I'm just going to collect all of this, truth be told. That one will be something that we just remove, and then I could do forestry there, and forestry here, and forestry here. We could have 3 forestries. Let me cancel that. Is there an option to cancel? There is an option to cancel, so we'll cancel that, and we'll cancel that bit, but we'll still remove these bits. Yeah, that works fine for me. Okay. Forester requires 7 wood. Yeah, we'll place that in a moment. And also, no one's working there. Yes, that's understandable. Go to Forester. I'm going to place a Forester there. And then I'm going to place one over here as well. So, there will be fine. Good. Happy with that. And then we'll build another temple. But the temple will require road access. Well, it doesn't require it, but it's going to get it. And then where is it? I thought it was in infrastructure. It is in infrastructure. Small temple. The small temple will go. I'm going to place it about, I think about here. No, maybe there. I don't know if we need road access all the way around here. So that is the safer option. Making sure the stairs I'm placing towards the road. Not that we need it, I don't think. As long as you have adjacency, then you're fine. This is just a standard road. You can actually rename the road. Can you make streets? I don't know. Oh, look at all that. Yeah, it's no longer fertile to support crops. Because we are in a drought still. Drought, there you go. It would be nice to mouse over it and give us a bit more information. Not that we need to understand what a drought is, you understand, but it would be nice to indicate the rough time, the time frame for it. But I actually don't know if, oh, there you go. It's actually changed to autumn now. Maybe it's unnecessary. Either way, oh dear. Looks like the crops are, well, they're overheating. So we've got lots of workers who are trying to put this fire out. So we've lost some crops there. This is going to be a bit of a harsh season because we're in the harvest time in autumn, but no food. We've got 5 food. So this could go bad very quickly. Oh, there you go. The water, because the drought is finished, is now coming along. It's now going to start to, fill all of the water course back up. You want to build, ideally, when you've got a normal flow of water. Because then that means, you know where things are going to be. Otherwise, stuff gets flooded, which means it doesn't work. Not for not for orchards, you understand. Orchards, you can, and you don't really mind about them being flooded, so you want to place them probably on the edge where things are going to probably go a bit south. I am going to... Oh, interesting. Because I'm building the temple, they're all okay with this one. So we've got access to Mars, Ceres, Jupiter, Vulcan, and Neptune. Improve industrial production around... Dedicate. Ah, excellent. Here's something to get you started to further. Hard work and we won't have any trouble. Make me an offering of 30 wood. And I'll put 5 of the nearest fire-based industry buildings in its radius. I'll unlock that too. Fire-based industry, charcoal. That's almost certainly what we'll be doing. So charcoal, we'll unlock that. Grapevines, produces grapes. And then you've got wine and pottery. Do you need grapes? Is it just classed as fruit, is it? Build apple trees. It just says apples. Oh, there's grapes as well. And these guys require... Yeah, they would like grapes. Okay. I think we are going to go with grapes. There's a fishing hut as well, but we don't have access to that. Grapes. Produce grapes depending on steepness of the ground. Oh, look at that. Interesting. Let me try that. Let me read that again. Produces grapes depending on the steepness of the ground and soil fertility. Grapes can be eaten by citizens, stored in a granary, or made into wine. Grapes not stored by winter's end are lost, yes. So, you want it... Look at that. It says... Cannot build underwater, fair enough. And that says high soil fertility, which is good. But also, you get areas there where it says high soil fertility, good steepness for extra yield. Okay. That's pretty good. But ideally you want to place... So I need to place it on areas like here. No? What's it going to change it to? Around there would be good. Because it's quite flat around here. Okay. Could build up in the mountains there. We'll see. Can't make that offering. Not yet. Food is the one really that we're trying to prioritize. Let's go with apple trees again. Can't place apple trees there. Can I place a couple of grapevines here? Good steepness. I'm going to place a couple like that, and then apple trees around here. Do grapevines bother, are they bothered about flooding? Can't be flooded. They can be flooded. So those might be flooded. Yeah, let's get rid of those. Don't want to be doing that. Don't want to be doing that. Let's place some apple trees like that. Okay, that's fine. So ideally you want to be placing it, say, around here. So we'll probably leave grapes for another time. What's happening here? Jupiter. Growing population, 45 citizens. We will complete that. So there's some more favour. And then we've got make an offering. We have charcoal makers, which we do probably want charcoal. So this area around here, see this red bit, that basically means that if you've got... Yes, produces smoke nearby homes won't want. So you don't want that. I'm going to place one here and here. And also, although we don't necessarily need a well because we've got access to water there, I am going to place one, say, there. Just so we can put fire out. Make an offering of wood. So that's going to keep people and the gods happy. But we do need... I think we should have decent access to wood now because we've got all these foresters. But wood's okay. We've got... a durability of 1 of 10 for this field. We need a mason in order to repair it. We'll probably just demolish it and start again. But yeah, we do need more food. A very quick access to food is obviously fish, but it's quite a way away. I mean, I have to build a road all the way down here, and that's just not going to happen. So I think it's more farming that we're going to go down. These guys are now also asking for pottery. Yeah. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Select a governor. So, Marcus Figulus Flaccus. Naive. 20% to sell prices to merchant offers. Bureaucrat. 20% to construction costs. Why would you pick those? Proculus, Carvilius, Silnius, Bureaucrat, plus 20% to construction costs, and Shrewd, minus 20% sale prices. Or Volero, Menius, Vopisucius? Maybe? Yeah, there was an attempt made to say it. Corrupt, reduction in tax revenue, and unwelcoming, minus 20% frequency to immigrant ships. I mean, if there was a Grumio on here, we'd obviously pick them straight away, but sadly, not. There's only really the guy in the middle that is good. I mean, can I just cancel and go back to it? Oh, yes, you can. You can re-roll it. Oh, right, okay. That seems a little bit unfair to re-roll it like that. We've got Nonus here. 20% frequency of immigrant ships and minus 20% risk of fire starting. Or dislikable, minus 10% of population happiness, or minus 20% fire risk. Let's have another re-roll. I'd like a positive and a negative. I don't think having... that's a nice... having a positive and a negative trait, I think, is a nice balance. Okay. Well, Gaius, who is minus 20% tax revenue, but plus 20% frequency of immigrant ships. Publilius, minus 20% of tax revenue again, but plus 10% of citizen happiness. That's just a great bonus, just extra plus happiness. And Numerous, plus 20% of risk of fire starting and spreading, but minus 20% for construction costs. I'm going to go with Publius Herenius Crassus. And I read that as Hernius. Like, ow! We're going to go with a point. And current term. Oh, current term is 3 years. Right, okay, so we do get different terms on that one. Good. That's brand new to me. Never seen that in the game. Make sure you have 2 charcoal makers. We are actually doing that right now. So a lot of this, what we're doing it because we've decided to, rather than the game telling us, which is a good sign. That is a good sign, actually. What's that? Villa. Farm with a space of 20 residents, including 3 heads of household for bringing food and other goods to Rome. Provides production bonuses for all agricultural buildings in its radius. Oh! I'm going to unlock the villa then, because that might be... What size is it? Ah, it's a 2x2. Right, that actually is fine. Because it means I can now plan ahead for that. We need 25 gold for that, though. Okay. There's a stone quarry. But you can see there's a reduction in happiness because basically it's a noisy thing. Okay, fine. And we also need pottery. Citizens need pottery. Where is pottery in here? Stone roads, mason, aqueducts, dams and spillways. It's almost like when you get onto aqueducts, not so much, but certainly dams and spillways. So as soon as you get onto that, it's almost like a new game entirely because you're really altering the land and funneling, like, say, liquids and things around. I just realised as well, water, it's currently summer, but it's raining, and you can see that the water is, like, flooded the road here. Yeah. We will complete that because we've got some charcoal makers. Make them offer them charcoal. Yes, fine. We'll do that. Not. So I'm going to wait. We are hungry. Our homes have no food. Yes, that's why I'm not getting rid of the farm because I want this area as sort of farming and food, and then we'll sort of expand around here. Whoa! I was going to say we're also going to plant grapes, but big lightning strike there. I'm guessing grapes over here would be brilliant. I'm going to run a road over there. Actually, I'm going to run it, say, across here. Right, that's fine. So road like that. Because I want to see what we can plant up here. Oh, that would look amazing full of grapes, wouldn't it? I don't think I will be able to because of the water, but we'll see what it's like. I'm also preemptively going to bridge across to the other side. Yeah, these guys are obviously rightly so saying we don't have any food. And I don't have any people I can't trade for food either at this stage too. So this might be all kinds of bad with the food. But apples are growing, so next season we'll have apples. Our citizens are truly miserable and fear things will never be better. One have left. Oh, right. Well, I'm hoping that we are now on to the harvest season, which I think we are. These should be ready for harvest, and we'll get grain. And then what I'm going to do is knock down this, and then get more food. Once we put in that, what was it? Wasn't in there. It was in. Can't find it. This Villa Rustica. Tragically, one of our citizens died under mysterious circumstances. Oh, it could be because of the happiness is pretty low and also the poor food. Yeah, people are leaving. But harvest is upon us. And we will get lots and lots of food. And now, hopefully, both health and happiness will go up. At least building integrity is full. Yeah. Okay. So I can't, sadly, get... oh, look at that. Soil fertility is good there, but can't build on water. Extra steepness over here. Yeah, I think having just grapes around here would be good. That's a future me problem, though, I think. Although we do need more food. Is there anything I can do to get quick food? Fishing huts would be the obvious one, but then fishing is quite a way away. Okay. Food is now at 0, but it should be at with the houses now. That's the main thing. We're trending upwards with happiness and with food. Okay. I think the obvious one would be to... It said that there's a radius around. I'm going to put the 2x2 here. Maybe. Extend your roads further. Yeah, you can only build so far. Let's build there. And almost certainly I'm going to build there and here. And then along here. Because some of this I'll be demolishing to get the Villa Rustica. I think that's probably something you build really far out, but I just want to see what it's like. But getting more food is certainly a priority, and because of that, wheat farmers, oh, it doesn't matter, wheat farmers are right up at the top there, so that's good. This one I am going to preemptively knock down because it's about to break anyway. So, yes, we shall see. Okay, you know what? I think we are going to leave it there for now. That has been the start of our new city in... Call it city, our outpost, really. In Nova Roma. We have founded our first location. We've got crops, we've got agriculture, we've got forestry, we've obviously had a bit of a chat with the gods, which is quite divine, and we've had a fire. So, you know, oh, and floods and lightning. So there's a fair bit that's happened. Either way, I'm hoping it's not a bad start. We do have some problems with food, which I'm hoping that by the end of the season we will resolve. Obviously, we've had a bit of a fire, and then we had the drought. The drought coming only the year 1 or 2 was a bad one. But hopefully it'll be better in this season, so we'll see how we get on. Either way, let me know what you think in the comments, and as always, we'll go from there. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you have enjoyed it. Take care, and generic partings.